What's up, it's Caitlin and welcome back to my channel. We are looking very glowy, we are looking very dewy because on today's video we are going to be doing a glowy luminous makeup tutorial. This video went pretty good. Right now there is a huge rainstorm going on and you will see that towards the end of the video, but in the meantime this is the look we achieved. I am not mad at it. I'm not used to being so shiny, but I feel kind of pretty. Guys, I hope you stick around and watch this video. Make sure you like it and subscribe to my channel. And when you subscribe, hit the post notification bell so you can be notified whenever I upload a brand new video. So sit back, relax, and without further ado, let's get started. Alright, so I'm just going to go ahead and prime my eyes. This is just my standard Makeup Revolution Cut Crease Canvas eyeshadow base. Y'all know I love this stuff. Lately, I've honestly felt like stuck on what kind of videos to do just because since it's practically summer, I mean, at least in my opinion, it's summer. I feel like May going into June is what makes it summer, but it's practically summer and I wanted to do like a really colorful summery eye look, but then I'm like, okay, because of Corona and because of quarantine, nobody's really doing that right now. I still want to do one, but I'm like, would y'all even be interested in seeing that? I mean, are people still wearing colorful eye looks even with quarantine and coronavirus still going on? I mean, it's getting better, don't get me wrong. Like, I think Texas right now is almost in like stage 2 opening, whatever that means, like reopening. But I mean, I don't know. And it's like, I feel bad because I have a channel and it's like I need to produce content and keep my subscribers. Because I haven't been producing a lot of content, my subscriber count has been going up and down. I haven't been able to get past 360. I think right now I'm only at like 356. So I used to like be really consistent with my content, therefore my subscriber count was really going up. And right now it's just stagnant, which I mean, it's not the main thing I care about. I just care about being happy and producing content that hopefully y'all enjoy. But Corona has just messed stuff up, man. So I went through my drawers, I went through my eyeshadow collection, and I was trying to look for a palette that to me screamed summer. And it was this one. This is the Profusion Sunkissed palette. I've only used this one time, and I don't think it was on camera. I believe I created an eye look like using these green and yellows. And I want to say I wore that in my How to Get Started on YouTube video. But this palette to me is a good introduction to summer. We have some pops of color without it being too in your face while still keeping it a little neutral like over here. So I'm going to do this. I'm not exactly sure what I'm going to do yet, but these colors are beautiful and they have the Profusion glitters that y'all know I love. So I think the first shade I'm going to go in with is going to be Tawny, which is the darkest brown right here in the first row. So I'm going to take that on a fluffy blending brush and I'm just going to pop it in the crease. The shade is a little chalky. Let me zoom in, hold on. Okay, I think that's a little better. So this shade is a little bit chalky, and I'd also call this kind of like a gray toned brown. I don't know, I haven't put a brown in the crease in a very long time. I'm not sure how I feel about it yet. Maybe once I blend it out, I'll feel better. I'm very excited because I'm in the process of kind of doing some upgrading to my beauty room. So I already ordered a bigger desk because my desk, when I got started, this is a $50 desk from Walmart. It's very small. I showed it in my beauty room tour and I'll link that down below. It's very small. It was a great desk to start out with, but right now I have so much crap on my desk that I need more room. So I ordered one from IKEA, but I did like a whole order from IKEA. I got a desk, I got another set of drawers finally, and then I ordered this big bench that will be here in a couple weeks. And I'm really excited because right now I'm sitting in like, I guess you could call it kind of like a hair salon chair kind of thing, like it spins. But I wanted a bench for like collabs and stuff, or like I want to do a video with my sister of both of us doing our makeup at the same time, and I can't do that with the setup I have now. So I'm really excited for my new stuff to get here. Okay, I don't know what's going on. I don't know if you can see it, but like right here in the crease, like right there, it's like really patchy. So I'm trying to build it up without being too much. All right, and now I'm gonna blend that out with the shade Adventurous, which is the light brown right above Tawny. I can't remember how this palette worked for me, if it did really good, but just off of first impression of trying to blend this shade out, I'm kind of having a hard time, which is really unusual for Profusion eyeshadows in me. I usually have no problem with them besides a little kickback in the pan, but this one I can still clearly see where that first color was. It's looking very patchy. Another good thing about getting a bench is, like, I don't know if y'all notice, but I typically, whenever I'm blending eyeshadow, I subconsciously like go like this all the time, spinning in my chair. And that needs to stop, because when I speed this up when I'm just blending, it looks very awkward. Okay, so now I want to take a flat brush, so I'm just going to take this one right here. And I want to put a color on the lid, because I definitely want to use one of these glitters. I think I'm going to take this shade that's called Headliner. It's kind of like a really pale yellowish shade, kind of almost like a champagne color. I'm going to take that and put it all over the lid. This is not a metallic. Looks like it has a little bit of a sheen to it, but I'm not sure how much. Let's see. Ooh. Oh, that's really pretty. It definitely has a sheen to it. I wouldn't call this metallic. It's kind of like a satin matte. And then what I'm doing is I'm just taking the brush I used Tawny with and kind of blending out the edge out here. Ooh, is it gonna rain? If it starts raining, this whole video will be ruined. I'm kind of like, do I even need a glitter? Because this is kind of pretty just on its own. Honestly, I just want to use a glitter just because I love glitter. I'm going to touch up with a little bit more of Tawny at the outer corner to deepen that. You know what? As much as I love glitter, I love this eye look just on its own. I think it's very simple, and I love the pop of yellow. So you know what? I'm done with my eyes. Oh yeah. Simple. I like it. Alright, so for primer water, I'm going to be using this one by e.l.f. This is the e.l.f. Plus Glow Dewy Mist. I've only used this once, and I can't remember what I thought about it. I want to say I wasn't too impressed. I think I used it as a setting spray. I just can't remember my exact thought on again with the stuttering. I can't remember my exact thoughts on this. So this has coconut and argan oil in it. You can definitely smell the coconut. Yeah, you can really smell the coconut. I'm not a big fan of the spritzer, but then again, I'm not really a fan of the e.l.f. setting spray spritzers in the first place. I think they're very aggressive, very dense. I like more of a fine mist. This is a little too dense for me. I'll also say I don't think it's like, there's thunder. It cannot rain. This video will be ruined. Anyway, I don't think it's like an even spray either. The spray I feel like goes out like a fan, and it's not like long way, it's like sideways. I don't know if that makes sense. So like when I'm spraying it, it feels like it goes like this out. I know don't mind that. This did give me a nice shine, but then again, I'm just saying I think it's a little too much. So then I'm going to use this by e.l.f. This is the Luminous Matte Makeup Primer. I love having the best of both worlds. We are using a lot of dewy luminous products today, thus the reason this is a luminous makeup tutorial. So I like the best of both worlds. I think this does it for me. So I'm going to use this. All right, I'm just gonna rub it together in my hands, and this is like a really thick formula. I'm just gonna spread this on my face. Alright, and then just for a little help with pores, I'm going to use the I Heart Revolution Strawberry Whip Primer. Y'all know I love this. Makes your pores just disappear. I'm not going to use too much. I'm going to use about that much. I'm just going to take some of this and put it like on the inside of my cheeks and my nose. For foundation, when I thought of a luminous dewy foundation I could use, this should come as no surprise. I'm going to be using the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Dewy Foundation. This is one of my favorites. I have the shade Soft Beige, which I'm not soft beige in anything, but I'm always able to make this foundation work. So I'm just going to take some of this. I have a hair tie on my wrist. It's so annoying. I'm going to take some of this, and I don't use the spatula directly on my face just because I think that's a little unsanitary. I just like to take it on my finger. And as usual, Caitlin puts too much, but you know what? It's fine. All right, we are just gonna blend this out. I'm I'm gonna drag this a little bit down my neck, not too far down, and I'm gonna bronze my chest. Oh God. Do y'all just see this coverage? It is beautiful, and then it gives you some nice luminous finish. It doesn't look greasy, it doesn't look cakey. Ooh, that's so nice. This has definitely been a favorite of mine. I can't remember my exact thoughts on the original one, but this has been my favorite foundation lately. Do you just see this coverage? It is amazing. I always don't like to look like I'm kissing butt about a product, but this, go get this. For concealer, this is another product I haven't touched in a while. This is gonna be the e.l.f. Hydrating Camo Concealer. We have a lot of e.l.f. now that I'm looking at my table. This is not sponsored. This is an okay concealer. I'm not in love with it. I'm only gonna use a little bit because it's a little too bright for me, but I don't really have like Luminous or dewy concealers. Okay, I'm just gonna do about that much. I know a lot of people love the Camo concealers. I'm just not a huge fan. If anything, I like this one better than the original one. The original one to me was very fast drying and very cakey, and it just didn't work for my skin. But this one, it's okay. Oh, you know what I should have used? I should have used the Flower Beauty Light Illusion concealer. That's a good concealer. See, here's my thing. I feel like close up, you can see that it looks dry underneath my eyes. I'm not in love with it at all. And it's like I'm trying to make it work, but my under eyes just look dry. All right, I'm just gonna go ahead and set this before it gets any worse. So I'm gonna set this using the e.l.f. Halo Glow Setting Powder. This is in the shade Light. This isn't my favorite powder from e.l.f. I really like their Soft Luminance powder. It has a little bit of glitter in it, but I feel like it's not too much. This is just okay, but it gives you that nice subtle glow. So I'm gonna go ahead and set with this. I almost feel like it kind of adds like a white cast to your face too, because I set my eyes down to here, and in my viewfinder I can see where that powder stopped. Maybe it'll show up different like when you're watching it, but looking at my viewfinder, I've set this part of my face, and I feel like there's more of a white cast over here than over here. I set this part of my face and then this part of my eyes, and I feel like I can see a white cast. Let's go ahead and bronze the skin. So for bronzer, this should also come as no surprise. It's one of my favorite bronzers out of all time. This is by L'Oreal Paris. It is the Bronze Please La Terra bronzer in the shade Portofino. This is a very intimidating color in the pan. It is very orange, but on the skin it looks beautiful. Now this is a more pricey bronzer. This is $14, but you get a very large pan, and this lasts a long time. This is a collection that came out last summer, and I've had it since then, and I'm barely starting to hit pan in it. Keep in mind, this is a bronzer I use quite often, so the fact that it's lasted like almost a year, I think it's a good price. All right, so I'm just gonna take this. I like this because it is a nice summery color. We're just gonna bronze up the skin. Oh my God. I get a lot of questions too about where this brush is from. So I like to use large brushes for my bronzer. I think it blends it out very beautifully. This is a Kinsey brush, and I got it from TJ Maxx. We're not gonna do too much, but I like to focus my bronzer like in the back of my face because I feel like it just kind of lifts it a little bit. Ugh, that concealer has made my eyes crease so bad. Ooh, we are looking bronzy. Alright, I'm going to go in and bake. While I'm baking, I'm going to do my brows and pop on some lashes. There's nothing really luminous or dewy about that, so I'm going to go do that off camera and I will be right back. Alright, and we're back. So I went ahead and did the lower lash line because it started storming. It is pitch black outside and it is only 3 o'clock. So, you know. The gods have spoken. So I went ahead and just did my little lash line. I just did the shade Tawny down there with a little pop of yellow to blend it out. And then I went ahead and added a little highlight in my inner corners. I don't really have an inner corner. I kind of have like a bottom inner corner and that's it. So that's where I put the highlight. And then I went ahead and rubbed this on my waterline. This is the LA Girl Shockwave Neon Eyeliner in the shade Screamin. But it doesn't look yellow. It looks more of a nude, which I'm not mad about. I love how it kind of opens up the eyes. So we're good. For blush, I'm going to use this one by Rimmel London. I'm going to use 2 different blushes today. This one by Rimmel London is their Maxi blush in the shade Third Base, which is a nice mauve color. So I'm going to go ahead and dip into here. That is my worst habit, forgetting to turn off my phone. Same as my bronzer, I like to add this mostly at the back of my cheek to kind of pull my face up. I find it very ironic I'm doing like a glowy summery makeup tutorial while it's storming outside. Alright, and then the other blush we're going to use is by L'Oreal. This is the Blush Please. I have the shade Blushin in Riviera. So this is a very luminous blush. Very, very luminous blush. I don't really dip into this too often just because a luminous blush isn't really my thing. But we're going to go ahead and use it today. So I'm just going to take this Flower Beauty blush brush and I'm going to dip into this a little bit. And I'm going to take this where I would put my highlight just to add a little bit of color. And you see it kind of gives you a nice sheen. That's pretty. I think this adds just a nice little highlight. I couldn't use this as a full-on blush, but I think to add it to the top of the cheeks is very cute. I'm trying to hurry and finish up. Okay, let's go ahead and skip highlighter for now and move on to the lips and then we'll come back. So for lips, I'm gonna pull out my little lip liners right here. And I think I'm gonna go for a nudish color, no surprise. I'm gonna grab this one by Wet n Wild. This is the shade Lay Down the Mauves. It's a twister.
It's not a twister. It's not a twister, but they said the winds could be as much as 65 miles an hour.
Whoa. Okay, lip liner's on. I went ahead and changed to the shade Bear to Comet because the mauve one was just straight up purple, but I think it's okay. Okay, over top of this, I'm going to use this e.l.f. lipstick. I can't tell what shade this is in. These are the Seriously Satin lipsticks. I just picked this up from Target. Oh, there it is. This is the shade Nectar. Oh! Pigment. If you can hear the wind, I apologize. The storm is getting crazy. Okay, this is beautiful. I do want to go ahead and make it a gloss since this is a luminous dewy makeup look. So with that being said, I'm going to use my Essence Shine 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 lip gloss. This lip gloss is very, very wet looking. It is my favorite. It's just so silky on the lips and it's only $3. Ooh, that's nice. All right, let's go ahead and finish up this look really, really quick because it is getting intense out there. Let me grab my highlighter brush. I'm going to use 2 different highlighters today. The first one is going to be by Wet n Wild. It is the Hello Halo Blushlighter in the shade After Sex Glow. I'm just going to be going in with the champagne color right here. Ooh. And then over this very lightly, I'm going to use this beautiful Beaming highlighter by Maybelline. Before we set the face, I want to do something really fun. So I have this Illuminating Fixing Spray, which I haven't used in a very long time, but when I was doing this makeup look, I had to figure out how to incorporate this somehow, and I had to do it. So this is my makeup obsession. It is the Moon Glow Illuminating Fixing Spray. Y'all, look at that. Hold on. Look at that. So I'm not going to put this on my face because it is a straight up glitter spray, but I'm going to just And we're gonna put this on my chest. If you just put, oh, look at that. Do y'all see that? Oh, this is definitely a really fun spray for like special occasions to make yourself look really glowy. And then what you could even do is you could take a highlighter if you want to be that extra. So seriously, you could take a highlighter and just dip into it and just, oh, look at that. Now that that fun is over, we're going to set this face, finish this video. To do that, I'm going to be using the Milani Make It Dewy. Alright guys, and that is it for today's glowy luminous makeup tutorial. I really hope you enjoyed it. We are looking luminous, we are looking glowy, and I'm not mad at it, especially this chest action going on here. Ooh. Guys, I really hope you enjoyed this video. I am going to go downstairs and watch this amazing rainstorm going on right now, but thank you so much for watching. I love you, and hopefully I will see you on the next one. Bye guys!